guys, 100 quick cooking tips with Benny. Oh, yeah. First, limes. Now, look at these. They're beautiful. Now, when they're ripe, I have spinach and a bunch of peppers over here. They're small, but limes. They're sweet. They're good for cocktails, and I'm gonna show you how to cook a cocktail. Now, first you're gonna want to really cut down, up, and cut right through the center. Now, there's a lime. If it's not ripe, it might look might smell or look a little bit like this. Now, is this ripe or is this ripe? Not ripe. They're not as ripe as you might think, but when they're not ripe a tiny bit, they're a little bit more sweeter. So, let's try to make a cocktail. First, get a glass. I do not do this much because I could typically cook. It's just what we're going to do. This and then finish. Now, first thing is we're going to fill up with ice. The first thing we're going to want to do, guys, is collect a lot of ice. Ice. Ice is the most #1 part of this complete cocktail. Fill it up with a lot of ice. The ice will make more flavor. Now, if there's not too much, grab it on in. Now, there it is. I'm gonna add a little bit more ice. Now, that's all. 1, 2, 3, and there you go. Lower the chicken breast in half. Okay. Now how we're going to do this is we're going to cut a tidbit under the skin. Now cut that part off. There's your perfect lime for your drink. Now you don't have to have that Pacific. You can make a tidbit of an indentation. Have a perfect cocktail for the friends. But before we do that, I have some we're gonna have a tiny bit of purified water. Now, that's not the best purified water, but now we're gonna put 1 lime on there. The lime will make it look a little bit good. We're gonna add a little bit of bubbly. Now, this is a special type of drink that makes a tiny little bit of fuzz. Move it around. That, my friend, is a great cocktail for a friend and family. That's very good. You can really serve it up.
Come on, Ben. Let's go.
And it tastes good, too. Now move these limes. Now, I'm going to show you how to properly cook. Not really cook. I'm just going to show you how to cut spinach. Now, this is really good, by the way, I guess. Now, first, drizzle a tidbit of lime juice on to the spinach. And the spinach will grab the flavor of it. And, yeah. Now we'll get your big knife out, sharpen it up. Now, put them all together and now it's going to be a little bit fast, so make sure your hands are all clean. Be sure you don't have any slippery hands, or nothing bad happens. Then put it into the center of your thing. Put a knife down on the board. Be sure it's touching and it sort of nicking right by. Be sure the knife's right on top of the
Please watch
spinach.
your hands.
Now,
Watch your
knife down. You have to cut a little bit fast.
And please watch your hand.
Now look at this, guys. So cut. Now if you want to do it a tiny bit slow, I wouldn't recommend it because that's gonna cut yourself and be a lot easier. So if you want to go pro style, be sure you cut it pretty fast. That's and the lime juice will also give it a lot of flavor in the skin, and it will also not be sure it makes it mushy. So first, you're gonna want to get out a pan. Get out of pan, guys. Now, a type of good pan. Turn on your heat. The heat can be a high, it can be low, whatever. Now, we're gonna get a little bit of oil. Now, this oil is twice as good as your typical oil. This oil is purified oil, and it tastes better too. And everybody's always asking, this is the oil I use. It is, I don't know how to say it. I don't know what the name is, but it's just the oil I use every time I'm cooking. Sometimes I might use and we also have a different. This is Crisco. We have a bigger kind of oil that seriously we really needed. So we typically, I've never really given a tour of all the stuff I have in here. I might have. I have a lot of spices. I have a lot of food, or I can show you guys how to cook it. And this is not an acting kitchen. This is an actual home kitchen. So it's not like this is real. It's not everything's not fake behind a green screen. This is all real. See that here, that micro? Dada, why is the microwave going for 15 minutes?
Defrosting.
So when do you want to go to Prairie? A little bit?
Finish up, okay?
Okay.
We're going to get this going, and then we'll go there for like 45 minutes and come home and eat.
Wait, you're going to cook that inside the oven while we're gone?
Yes, sir.
On low heat. You know you could burn the house down. You know that, right?
You'll be home.
Oh, while we're gone? Okay. Okay, guys, so now, well, look at all that. That is completely purified. Now, put a tiny bit more of that lime juice and just make it. Now, if you're starting to hear that crackling, now, drop it all that spinach inside. Drop that. That will give it a maximum amount of flavor. And those, give it a lot of flavor. Now get a spatula and just move it around. Be sure the spinach does not burn. You need to be sure it just gets golden brown. The golden brown process just gives it flavor. Now this is going to take a little bit, but the idea if you want it to be a bit darker, and a little more. Now the oil practically takes up a lot of the spinach because the spinach has a lot of flavor. Now you let that sort of sit. Use your knife. Get all those particles of lop inside. Drop all the excess part that will start cooking. The top ends are actually pretty nutritious. I wouldn't recommend eating them all the time, but you can eat them at least a couple months. Every couple weeks you can eat it. Seriously, I actually don't really know. I mean, I'm good at chef stuff, but I'm not specifically great at directing the head of cooking. Now, drop your cooked spinach down. Be sure you cut it up in cloves. Now, you do not want cooking spinach going and going, so you want it just to be cooked, and that is some freshly cooked spinach. Now, cooking the spinach can give it a maximum amount of flavor, but you also do not want a bunch of this stuff just cooking until next year. So, now first, cut the bottom end and the top end of your pepper, and keep the seeds in for more flavor in the skin. And drop some of the top also gives it more flavor, but don't eat it. Now, this is going to start being a dry roast. Now, the dry roast method is you don't use lime. You use lime at the end. Now, I'm going to use my tiny knife. Cut tiny bits with your tiny knife. You're going to want to cut it up, and there you go. Don't use those types of things. Now, it's going to start being a dry roast. Now, get a tiny bit Get a tiny bit of toasted cinnamon. What is it called?
Ben, you're smoking it up here, Ben. Come on, let's get done.
Now look.
Way too much heat. Turn it down.
Now look, guys. So we're
Ben,
going
come on, Ben.
this.
Ben, finish up. You're smoking up the house. I've had enough, Ben.
Now, guys.
Look at the mess. Come on, finish up, Ben. We can't just do
now,
this
guys,
for an
it's
hour.
sort of like a dry roast, but just finally add a tiny bit of oil finally. Let's get this cooking. Now let the oil sizzle around, get all those peppers up and cooking going. Now we're going to actually turn on the heat. But the heat has to be really low, guys. This is when you use lime. Drop all that delicious lemon oil and just move it all around, cook it all up, make it season really good. Use all those peppers that I have and just cook them. Just cook them. Tops, ends, cut. This is when you practically use all your lemon juice. By the way, be sure you get them all lined up. The best peppers are usually have stuff, so add a little bit of salt because no salt is added. The whole process is cooking. Tips, move it around, make sure it's all cooked, blah blah blah. And now when those are cooked, add your cooked spinach to the ingredients. And then mix them all together, making sure they're all being cooked properly. I'm going to start being a dry roast, a tiny bit more today. And a little bit of sesame seeds. Now, a little bit of sesame seeds, those will get cooked up. Be sure all those are cooked. Those will gather all the sesame seeds and they make sort of like a blend. Now, let them cook for a tiny bit more. Now this is when the end of the sing's on. Open up your trash can, throw away your lime, away an empty container, whatever you want to put away.
Ben, you got 5 minutes. I leave the kitchen, okay? Finish up.
Now guys, look. Cook it all around. Be sure it's all being cooked. Now we're going to add a little bit of water. Now, this water could do something. I don't know what it might do. I mean, but now we'll get it all seasoned up. Now, put the water in. That water will make it sort of like a smoke. Ooh. That is what I'm talking about. Now, that water will help it not be dehydrated. It will just make it cook. Woo! Now the water will be getting into those peppers because they're so dehydrated that they need it. All of it really because sesame seeds, everything. Now, clean up all the excess water that needs it. And then that's really all, guys. So those are my 2-second tips and tricks. Continue cooking. Now these will be cooked. Now look what you do. Now continue cooking and be sure it continues going. Move your bag up, get a bowl, pour all this delicious stuff that's it, guys. So those are my 2-second tips and tricks and picks and tips. And that's all. So,
All right, I'll clean up and stop.
thank you guys, and see you
Stop.
guys.